Is he going big here, Ali?
Oh, it certainly appears that way as he has
I
made
think
it.
Mikita's going to pay this one off. This is pretty suspect. No, I'm not saying this is an easy call. Let's just, you know, let's have a nice 9-day tournament.
Where do we have to be? We got somewhere to be? Oh, I'm not invited. Oh, I get it.
You were talking to me, Ali?
I'm staring directly at you.
I didn't see it because I was actually watching the tournament.
Okay.
That's why I didn't see that you were staring.
One of the two of us focuses.
Yeah. I know Klunder's looking to get out of here.
He just does when he needs to.
He could just
he's grabbed his dry cleaning.
Yeah.
So far, he's.
Want to go grab some lunch, Kevin? It's fine by us. Yeah,
bring something back.
Yeah.
120 to go, says Negreanu with the ace-6 offsuit after Badziakouski limps the small blind.
Jack-9 off. Pretty decent blind playability, connectedness. I think Badziakouski will take a flop. Does.
Shout out, by the way, to Bourbon Scotch Beer Me on Twitter, who has sent in a photo of himself streaming PokerGo from his seat on his flight.
Yes.
In-flight Wi-Fi.
Scotch Beer Me. Yes.
About. Top pair for Badziakouski on this 9-7 deuce 2-spade board. Defended against the Negreanu raise from the big blind and has checked this flop. Negreanu checks back. The turn is a tray. No help to the ace-6.
I think it's time to fire for Mikita. The 150 variety springs to mind. And I think Daniel will let this particular ace high go in all likelihood, assuming we have a Badziakouski fire as we get the overhead shot of that big screen here in the PokerGo studio. 180. It's 180. This studio is really phenomenal. For those who haven't been, if you're in Vegas, come check it out, right in the heart of City Center.
Now, I do recall a situation in which Daniel raised the turn when Mikita led out, and on that occasion, Mikita had led out somewhat weak, but on this one, we know he's far stronger, so there's some balance taking place there, and in both seats, Negreanu not raising on this occasion, and obviously his holding is a touch different.
I wasn't in love with Daniel's continue on turn. Block some of Badziakouski's bluffs. I think a lot of your ace high wants to be calling. This one I would have let go versus a player like Mikita. Maybe he goes for some value here. Maybe he checks, as this card is very scary, but Daniel does bet a lot of the hands that coordinate with this card earlier, so he does go for some value. And will Daniel take this 6 of spades and probably the losing hand and go for glory via the raise? Will he go with a very speculative call, or will he go with the most likely option to simply fold? Let's see.
240,000 to call.
He's eyeing his stack, Daniel. Is he going big here, Ali?
Oh, it certainly appears that way as he has
I
made
think
it.
Mikita's going to pay this one off. This is pretty suspect. No, I'm not saying this is an easy call.
5-10 to call. And Nick, the 8 is a straighty card. It completes the spade flush.
He's just up against range. Daniel's representing a pretty condensed portion of it. I just don't think this one gets through. I think Badziakouski's going to make a very pained call at some point. Just simply too curious as to what Daniel checked flop back with. He did call turn, that's true, but yeah, I don't know if Mikita thinks there's enough ace of spade, X, just some other stuff. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. 6-6 maybe can do this. Probably not 6-6. I don't know. It's just first range. Your hand has a lot of equity.
Well, let's play it back, Nick. Bads limped the small blind. Daniel 4x to 120. Bads called. Both players checked the 9-7 deuce 2-spade flop. Bads then led the turn for 180, and Daniel called. Here on the river, Bads bets 240. Daniel makes it 750.
Daniel doesn't do this with his overpairs. So Daniel's now representing flushes, straights, and maybe a little bit of something else in the value region of his range.
2 pair?
He's calling. Yeah, right. Maybe
7-8. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's also he's got to be concerned about
Looks
the
like
straights.
Looks
and
like it might
flushes.
get through. It does get through. Great play, Daniel Negreanu. What can you say? I thought Badziakouski was going to look that one up.